All right. G'day, everyone. Welcome back to Fly Fish Live. Sector 2 is just around the corner, and tonight we're going to cross live over to Ireland and speak with Mr. Tom Oconner, our first competitor, up in Sector 2. So we'll jump straight across there now and introduce. Where is he?
Hello. Hey, Josh.
You there, Tom? How are you, mate?
Yeah. How's everyone?
Good to get you on here, buddy. And now,
glad to be here.
Whereabouts are you in Ireland? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Bit about myself. Well, I'm from County Cork in Ireland, southern Ireland, in Munster. The nearest river to me would be the River Blackwater.
Is that the one? Is that the one we saw Dave O'Donovan fish?
I think, yeah. No, that was it. That was actually a tributary of this river. The river function that it runs into the Blackwater, further down. I'm actually at the very top of the Blackwater. It's second longest river in Ireland.
Nice. Peter's drivers just jumped on and said g'day.
Hey Pete.
G'day Pete.
Yeah, no, Pete will.
In the comment section, and we will get stuck into Tom and get this banter cracking. I've heard the banter's already started over there.
No, stop. It's gonna go on for a while, I'd say. The only problem is the pubs are closed.
So it's only house parties now.
Yeah.
Does anyone call you a nickname? Do you have any nicknames that?
Not to my face, but I've been called many things over the years.
maybe we need to make up a nickname for you after the show.
Well, actually, going to school, I was called the Fox, but
the Fox.
Maybe I'm kind of cunning. You never know, like
We've got Dave Coughlin on here. Evening, lads. G'day, Dave.
And also
Dave O'Donovan. How are you, mate? It is great to be back on here.
My mentor, Dave.
Your mentor, Dave. Nice.
Now, I've learned everything off Dave, and now he's learning off me.
Good to know. Good to know. And Noah Shapiro has just jumped on. G'day, Noah. He's jumped on from over the US. Noah. He ended up top 2 in Sector 1. Great to see Noah on. Now, mate, have you competed before in high-level competition, or what's the highest level competition you've competed in?
The highest would be the World Championships in Freiburg in the Czech Republic.
Yep.
Like that again. It's hard to get on. It's hard to get on an Irish team with the way it's set up and everything, and plus you have to fund it all yourself, and it's not easy. I remember for that I had to sell my boat I had a boat in Loch Mask, and I had to sell my boat for it. So and I sold my engine as well, but it was well worth it. It's one of the high points of my fishing career. I was actually Peter Driver was in the same team, and it was a great team. We done pretty well. Fished a couple of fantastic rivers, the Divil Stones, if you ever heard of them. It's just full of rocks everywhere. You're jumping from rock to rock, and it's pocket fishing, unbelievable fishing. I still have the hat to prove it.
Nice. We got
it's a good one for me. I loved going away, and I love competition fishing. I get a great buzz out of it. Like that, trying to find a time which everything would work, and but you know, when we do get the time, it makes it all worthwhile. I was 2000. I was in England. I left here when I was about 18. I went to England working, and I came back. I met my wife, came back. Don't ask me the year. I always get it wrong, and she kills me for it. But in fact, I get our anniversaries wrong as well. So forgive me, my darling. But yeah, I came back and I took up the fishing. I done a bit of stocky fishing in England, and that was great. Myself, my father-in-law, we travelled to a good few lakes over Grasshome, and there's fantastic memories. And yeah, I decided to come back to Ireland and take up river fishing, and then yeah, just I was kind of starting off from scratch really again. I learned a lot from my father when I was young. I learned the passion of fly fishing, which is everything really, like, you know, just going down on a summer's evening and casting a fly over a rising trout, and that's those memories that never leave. And actually the smell of a fresh trout, and just smelling him and putting him back into the water again is just fantastic memories. And yeah, I took up competition fishing uh, back then, and I was doing okay. And then I bumped into David Donovan, and he was the king back then, and he was the king for a long time after that as well. But I latched onto him, got my claws into him, and yeah, I learned an awful lot off of Dave. And 2010, I was IT. There's two fishing bodies in Ireland, ITFFA and TAFE. I was the national champion, ITFFA, and the year after that we fished international, to the sort of a four it was Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales against each other, and we won that. So I have an international gold medal, and I'm very proud of that.
Nice.
That's a team medal. Very proud of it. And
Maybe you get another one at the world final of Fly Fish
well,
Live, mate.
just don't you never know. After today's practice, you never know.
We've got Robbie here. He said Tom and I won a few.
Oh yeah, yeah. Myself and Robbie, we fished in Italy. There, we go to the circuit every year and fish the Paella Cup, and he's my fishing buddy. We've actually won a good. We've probably won in three years. We won 4 sessions, which is very good, you know. It's pretty good out there anyway. But we never actually won the competition. But to win a session was pretty good. Pretty proud of that as well. And I remember Robbie getting me out of a hole one day, and Robbie was hammering them, and I was struggling. And good fishing, buddy.
We've got Noah's jumped on, and he said, "Oh, looks like we're going to have some good competition."
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And he's saying it scares him how good the people are in this competition.
Well,
we got Tom Beachy. He said,
"You don't know, Tom. I've had a bad day as well. I went out practicing the other day, and I only had 4 in the hour. So it's up and down. I had a fantastic day today now with Damien Walsh in down below in Mallow. He was giving me all the secrets, and I told him to keep. Do you have a problem with Damien? I'm going to have to try and shut him up now until May, which will be a very hard thing to do.
Nice.
So Damien, I'm telling you now, keep our secrets.
Now I know you've been practicing. Well, I've heard some little rumors, and we did have a little call today, and someone told me you caught 64. Is that right?
Jesus. Oh, for God's sake. Look, all I can say is right. I can't lie. I've never learned to tell a lie. And Yeah, I'm afraid I did. I did, yeah. I caught 64 in an hour today, which was uh, amazing, amazing. But the river was on fire. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I've never seen a river to come on like it. And I'd say if I was 100% at it, I'd say I would have caught 70. 70. You know,
Wow.
it was crazy. Like I was
We're,
expecting to catch. I was hoping to catch about maybe 17 to 25 or something there. That's what
so
I said, let's go. I'd have to go for the 17 to 25, but as it happens, there was
my
fish everywhere. So
my my next
thanks
my
for
next
thanks for bringing that up, Josh. I was hoping to keep that a secret.
my next question was do you know what stretch of river you'll be fishing in your first match? I'm
Um,
thinking that that's already answered the question.
it's kind of yeah, it kind of happened. But like that again, it depends. I mean, practice sessions are fine, like, but everything can change on the day, and you can't take practice sessions too serious. You by all means learn from them and learn where the fish might be on a
Yep.
given day. But because sometimes they can move around, but you get to know the depth of the water and the flow of the water, where the fish that you're looking for are staying. But see, if the river rises 2 inches, then that whole thing might change. So you're always hoping that the conditions on the practice day will be on the competition day, but that
Yep.
like that 9 times out of 10 that never happens. So yeah,
We've
it's
got we've got Dave Coughlin on here. He says you're only getting 15 minutes, so Tom. You're not getting the full hour. And then
uh,
Dave O'Donovan just popped up and said, Tom, would you prefer sunny or dull conditions?
it's sunny, hands down. The minute the sun comes out, I'm on a fish.
Yep.
Um, Yeah, it's whatever's in it. I don't know. Can they see? I think the color of the bead comes into play big time when the sun comes out, because obviously it gives off different shades, you know, and yeah, it definitely plays a big part in the catch rate, you know.
Does the sun tend to like activate the fish a lot more?
Well, that's it
When it
too.
comes,
Like, the sun comes out. Obviously, flies are going to hatch, and you probably the metabolism of the fish is going to pick up as well, and so it's yeah, definitely fish start moving around a little bit more in the sun.
yeah. Now going back to that, the number that you caught, we won't mention it again, but people can watch again. But we have seen in the past, some people have been out practicing and they've caught 40 or 50, and then comes the game time and end up with
Yeah,
like 10. So it's
mm, yeah.
so
Like an experienced angler will always take no notice of numbers like that.
yeah.
Um, we know it's
So I tell you
yeah.
what, mate, that's pretty good. That's pretty good fishing. All trout.
90, I think about 90%.
Yep.
Those, yeah, about 90%. Yeah,
Now,
I am happy enough
Pete
with them.
Peter Driver's got a question here, but I don't know. We haven't mentioned any other competitors at the moment, but I'm not sure if you know. We know Andrew Sloan's in it. We'll be speaking to Andrew tomorrow night. But do you, do you have
Yeah,
any idea?
well, do you know what? I kind of see Andrew as a dark horse, because I know the rivers up north. I fished them a couple of times, and there's some cracking rivers up there full of fish. And
Yeah.
so I kind of, and he's saying nothing. He's being very quiet up there. So Andrew, come on now, spit it out, man. We want to hear what you're catching.
Yeah, I haven't
Numbers, we
actually.
want numbers.
You can jump on tomorrow night and just ask him a
Yeah.
few questions, and you don't want to give away any secret flies you've been using in
Uh,
practice.
I'm well. It's kind of like this. Don't ask me to lie.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, we'll
uh,
scratch that question
olives.
until
If
game
there's
day.
olives in the water.
Do you do any dry fly fishing where you are?
Do you know? Yeah, it's my favorite way of. It's my favorite fishing is the dry fly, but I absolutely love it. Love dry fly fishing.
Yep.
Like but it's mostly summertime fishing or summer evening. So you kind of have to wait for it to come along. But you won't compete on the dry fly as much as I'd like to fish the dry fly. You won't compete. Even if there's trout rising, you won't compete with the other methods. We're after getting too good in Ireland. We've improved too much.
Are you expecting a lot of fish caught in this sector too?
Do you know? I think there will be because the way the weather is coming in. If there was a little bit of a fresh water, I think it's all coming down to perfect fishing conditions. There'll be a lot of fish caught. Yeah, a lot of fish.
Cool. We might actually put a little competition up before the first game and see if who can get the closest of total combined for sector
Yeah,
two,
that would be good fun. Yeah, yeah,
including
that
the
would be.
final. And
Oh yeah,
cool, man. What sort
yeah.
of what sort of setup do you usually use? Do you usually use two nymphs, three
Yeah,
nymphs?
yeah. Like that again. If there's a lot of moss in the if there's a dirty bottom, I go down to the one nymph because it's just not worth cleaning the nymphs. So a single nymph maybe. But that's very occasional. Uh, but yeah, just a normal setup, as I think they call it, European nymphing now. But it's what I always done. Just another name for it. Usual setup. You have the indicator, um, light line. You have your light line, and then an indicator, and usual distance to the first dropper from my chin to the end of my hand, and then from the point fly to the droppers, both from here
Yeah,
down. So it's the usual setup. The usual setup.
nice little
Like that.
tips there.
Yeah, I think you just the diameter of the beads. If you want to get down further or whatever.
Yeah, does the color play a big part in the beads? Bead
Um,
color.
it actually does. Yeah. For a while I thought it was the bodies and everything, but I think it does, as I say, especially in the sun.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as
Can I can I ask the brighter one in the sun or the duller one? Hey,
yeah, the brighter one in the sun. Yeah, yeah.
we've got Sean Mars jumped on here, and he's asked Cork Abu. Did that flyer gave you slaughter them?
Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go again. Yeah, it was it was your fly, Sean. Your fly.
That's the one that slaughtered them today, was
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it? Nice.
Don't tell that to Jamie Walsh, though.
I'm sure Dave O'Donovan and Pete might might know a few flies that you could use in
Oh
that river too.
yeah, like that again too. It's funny, like we all have our favorites, and I think confidence is if you're confident, you'll fish better anyway. And
Yeah,
if things are going your way, you'll fish better. And sometimes you might be, we all might be fishing different flies. But I think when you're start to get into the zone and you're feeling good, um, you just fish better, you know. And so it's sometimes that will eliminate what fly you've gone, what type of fly you've gone, when you're fishing better, you know. When you're giving it 100%, you'll always catch more.
yeah. Sure, sure, Ma. I said, thanks, Tom. You're some charmer. Nice. Well, mate. Well,
Yeah, I'd
we
say
wish
all
you.
the All that's missing now is the pubs to open in Ireland, and we can have proper banter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's going to be a lot of fun, Sector 2. But
yeah,
we thanks heaps for your time tonight, mate.
yeah.
Really,
Great, and I just like to wish you the best of luck in this venture, and it's brilliant. Like I watched it last year, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm involved in it this year now, and it's even better. And with a bit of luck, it'll be a regular event in our fishing calendar, and so
yeah.
best of luck with that, mate, and I hope it keeps going.
Thanks. It's big thanks to you guys that are competing, and we love to watch
Yeah,
and
I tell you,
get some tips and stuff.
it's a brilliant way. It's I find the practice for this competition is it's like a competition because you push yourself so much in the practice sessions. You get such a buzz out of this competition. I'd recommend it to everyone out there. It's a
And
right good one.
what are your thoughts on the 1 hour competition? Like
I think it's
the 1
perfect.
hour, yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Go for it, and you just and like that again. It's everyone's in the same boat, and I say once you have a bit of practice done, you feel a bit confident, and 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or half an hour, it doesn't matter.
So we're going to encourage people to get down to the river and test
Definitely.
themselves for 1 hour, see how they
Yeah,
go.
it's a brilliant way of doing it, and you'll learn a lot more because you push yourself a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah, and for any young fellas out there that are starting it's a great way to push yourself. Just do the hour, do 1 hour and go home. And it's just, for fellas starting out, there's lots of fellas just starting out and later on in life as well. So it's yeah, to just get down the river and push yourself for an hour and see how it goes and try and beat that the next day. It's brilliant.
Great idea. Well,
Yeah.
mate, we're going to get a live draw done next week, and you will be able to
Yeah.
find out who you're going to come up against
Looking
and
forward to that.
what time your first match will be, what date. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, so we will say goodbye. I want to say thanks again for your time, and
Lovely.
I'm looking forward to watching you fish. If breaking the record at the moment, but it's only practice, so we want to see it in the game.
Right. Okay. We'll forget
All
about
right,
that
mate.
number now.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
gone. All right, buddy.
Right. Thank you, Josh. Great stuff talking to you. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, Shawnee's jumped on and said, "Well said, Tom. Thanks for the secrets and the tips." So.
Yeah. Very good.
Pumping with people. All right, mate. Well, thanks again.
Great stuff.
First match. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. It looks like we've just lost Tom there. He's still there. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Next we'll cross over to Northern Ireland and we'll be speaking with Andrew Sloan tomorrow night. Same time tomorrow night, speaking with Andrew Sloan. So get some questions together. Jump on, join us